What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, Mr.Taliaferro. So I strategically kind of spaced out my Game 6 full game reaction video so we can also preview Game 7 between this Clippers-Nuggets series. By the way, also tonight, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. That should be really good. The Western Conference Finals is still up in the air. We know the Lakers will be there, but who will they be playing? Clippers, Nuggets, Game 6 is going to lead to a decisive Game 7. How in the hell did the Clippers blow Game 6 to the Nuggets? Let's get in the highlight and find out.
Oh, Jamal Murray and his team
man, oh man,
have faced that scenario.
How are we here
for the 5th time here today?
I don't know if you heard Mike Green. What he was saying is this is the 5th time Denver's been in a we about to get eliminated game, right? With their season on the line, gotta have it or you go home. And this postseason alone. So I mean, they're more than accustomed to being in must-win situations already. And they show that they're growing up, man. Say what you want about the Nuggets. Remember last year they got bounced in the second round of the playoffs against Portland in the 7-game series. Remember that one? And you want to know what I think? The Trailblazers got swept by the Warriors, right? Yeah, the Trailblazers got swept that next round to the Warriors with no KD. I believe that Nuggets team feels as though that they could have got a game or two against the Warriors with no KD. And they got every right to think that. So this year, they're growing up. Even if they get eliminated in 7 games, this Clippers team is really good. As Kawhi gets the steal, I think, you know, if you're going to blame the Nuggets for anything, you can say, man, you shouldn't get down 3-1 in series, right? But I like this team. I'm seeing this team grow up. They're playing a lot better in this series than they did against Portland in the second round of the playoffs last year. Maybe you disagree, but I remember that series. I'm watching Jamal Murray, the Joker for sure. He's having a really good series. Look at that pass inside to Michael Porter. That's another guy. Michael Porter Jr. wasn't available last year. He's getting some run. I'm liking what I see from the Nuggets. And I haven't said that. I'm not the guy who believes that the Nuggets team can win a championship with Jokic. Jokic is your best player, right? I don't believe that. But I'm watching Joker. I got to admit, he's growing up. Good ball movement there from the Clippers. JaMychal Green drills a 3. It's an 11-point game. So as of right now, Clippers look good. They're trying to close this one out. 6-game series, get a couple days of rest, and if they would have won the game, they would have had to take on the Lakers on Wednesday.
Getting a little bit of help.
The Clippers got to do the most though. As Monte Morris gets a look, knocks it down. It's a 9-point game. 10 minutes to go in the second.
Murray got into a good groove offensively.
Jamal Murray, man. And how about Patrick Beverley in this game? He was not good, man. Yo, Patrick Beverley has been talking about how he wants to be a part of a championship contending team and how he's the guy and he's going to lock this guy down. And, you know, he talking mess to LeBron and all that. 2 points, 18 minutes. He gave me 6 fouls and 4 assists. Not good enough. Not good enough, man. That is not good enough. You better than that, Pat Bev. You are better than that. Look at Paul George, willing and dealing through the lane.
Agreement with Coach. I certainly agree.
Forcing the missed layup.
Paul George has been really good since that Nuggets, that Mavs wake-up call. Paul George has been pretty consistent in this series. Pretty consistent. Oh, this is an ugly looking. This is ugly everywhere. Get on the ground for it. Show me how bad you want it. What is Jeremy Grant gonna do? Okay, we posting the big fella back up.
Spins on him. Got it to fall.
Nuggets down 3. Halfway through the second still.
Back out to Jokic. 2 on
So
the shot clock.
this is just ridiculous. On one leg over Marcus Morris. Somebody brought up to me, yo, Joker's starting to look like Dirk Nowitzki in 2011. I was like, no, the hell he don't. All due respect to the Joker, he's having a great series. He don't look like Dirk in 2011 that beat Miami. That Dirk was special. That was all-time level stuff. No disrespect to Joker. As Paul George goes and 1, it's a 7-point game.
Give Denver momentum in the previous
big
game.
rebound from Kawhi.
Inside with the offensive
Got those big old claws. We get 25 from Kawhi. I get 33 from Paul George, 9 of 21 from the field. Not great, but not bad.
Great step through by Jamal Murray for the bucket.
As Murray gets a bucket. You know, again, 10-point game. If you're a Clippers fan, you should feel good.
Clippers looking to get to the
Oh, look at that.
for the first time in
Only so many guys in the
history,
league can
and
do
Leonard
that one.
drills the three.
Stop on the dime, step it back, and just drill that one.
In the first half, Millsap off glass.
Paul Millsap with the deuce. It feels like this series kind of changed in Game 5 when Paul Millsap and Marcus Morris got into it. As Paul George sends it off the glass. Now George, other end for 3. I like that's hard, man. That's a really great highlight. Clippers are up 19. Jamal Murray was hurt. He stayed in the game because he's from Canada. He's a hockey player on the inside. Denver, though, down a lot, but they keep fighting. 13-point game. Paul George got it grooving, boy. That boy, hey. It's an 18-point game, 8 minutes in the third. I'm not going to say Denver's out of it, but you expect the team with Kawhi Leonard to close this one out. How did Joker get that to go? Oh, my goodness. It's a 10-point game. Murray. And one. I've said this before, and I'll say this again about this Clippers team, as great as they are. You want to beat the Clippers? Get the game to the fourth quarter, and you'll give yourself a chance. I know that sounds general as hell. You got to get the Clippers to the fourth and make some of these egos choose who's going to win the game. Beautiful pass from Joker to Gary Harris. It's a 1-point game. How did this happen? Paul George and the Clippers trying to take off again. JaMychal Green with the deuce. 5-point game. Do the Nuggets have anything left? It's exhausted so much energy just to come back. Oh, Murray's got something.
That's a big time move.
2-point game, fourth quarter. Nuggets season on the line. So
what is it going to take?
Joker's getting a break right now.
Oh, it's going to be more defense like that.
As Plumlee's getting some run.
Tremendous fourth quarter defense.
Oh, no foul.
Mark, back to you.
I thought they would have called someone that one. Torrey Craig, Nuggets for the lead. I don't understand this, man. Look at this Clippers team and how they're not responding. This is supposed to be one of the best defensive teams of this era. They're comparing this team to Chicago, the Bulls of the 90s on defense. Where's the fight at right now? Kawhi gets a look. Bang. 1-point game. 9 minutes to go in the fourth. Clippers trail.
Little pistol action. Harris.
Joker again.
For 3 out of the timeout.
Man.
Great play by Michael Malone.
He ain't touching a lot of rim, is he, on that shot? That is a very high arcing jumper. Let's look at it again. Over-loop. Man, he ain't touching a lot of rim.
The lead is up to 7.
Yep. Joker going off right now. Paul George gets a look. 4-point game.
Into it a little bit closer. Jokic guarded by Paul George. Zubats with the double team. Cross-court Harris.
Oh, Michael Porter. That dude's confident at all times. How many Michael Porter have in this one off the bench? 13 points off the bench. I like that.
He just did that, Mark, and he makes the Clippers pay.
7-point game, man. Jamal Murray. Ooh. Other end.
There's no 7-point lead for Denver.
Joker, Craig, Harris. Bang. Bruh, Nuggets are up 10. It's crazy. Joker had 34 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. He led the Nuggets 21 from Jamal Murray, 16 from Harris. Bruh, if you play with any team in this league at this level, they'll make you pay at some point.
Back out to Lou Williams.
I don't know where the heck Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell has been in this game. Let me tell y'all something. No one's lost themselves more money than Montrezl Harrell in the playoffs.
Exploding on the Clippers.
103-93, Nuggets up 10. They about to put this thing away. Yo, not only did they come back from down 18 in the third, this one ain't even a close game. They're up 13 now. What? Come on, Doc.
They're not afraid of this Clipper team.
What in the heck is this, Clippers? Look, I'm a Laker fan. Y'all see where I'm riding. But I have to be honest. I am shocked how this is playing out. I'm shocked.
This is a stunning, riveting,
It's like a 31-point turnaround.
Denver Nuggets.
The Nuggets have played since down 3-1 to Utah. I mean, really.
Look at this, man. This is domination. It's a 16-point game in Denver's favor. They were just down.
Against Utah, they were down 3-1.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a game 7, and it will happen tonight. 111-98 is your final score. I know the Clippers have their minds on the Lakers. I know they do. They've had their minds on the Lakers all year. And let me be clear when I tell you this. Like I said yesterday, I still think the Clippers against the Lakers will have a great chance and should be the favorites in that series. I still think that. That team is made to beat the Lakers. I believe that. But you got to get to the Lakers first. And if they keep overlooking the Joker and the Nuggets, if they have not been woken up by Denver yet, they better find a way to get it together in about 10 hours. If the Clippers lose to Denver, all the mess they done talked this year, and not so much Kawhi Leonard's been talking mess, but remember Paul George making jokes at Damian Lillard, telling him he's going to go home early this year and all that. We ain't never seen Paul George talk smack. He ain't never talked smack when he played with Westbrook. When he played in Indiana, you got Paul George talking mess. We know Montrezl Harrell is a big game smack talker. He's been MIA pretty much most of this series. He's had like one game, a good game and a half. We know what Patrick Beverley's gonna do. We know how much mess he's gonna talk. You know, I'm looking at this team up and down. And by the way, Kawhi Leonard believes he's the best in the game. There are NBA players that if you listen to them, I know Steven Jackson is one of them. He's fairly close with Kawhi Leonard. Steven Jackson said, though Kawhi's not a vocal guy, salute to that All the Smoke podcast. Steven Jackson said behind the scenes, Kawhi believes he's better than LeBron James. He might not ever say that publicly, but he genuinely believes he's better than LeBron right now. If you're better than LeBron, then you should be able to keep a 3-1 series lead. Period. If you're the best in the game right now, you're the best we got to offer right now, you got to be able to take care of business versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver's good. Better than we thought. But this is the Clippers. Y'all got PG and Kawhi in their primes. And y'all got to figure this one out. And I don't want to hear that mess about the chemistry woes. Y'all chose to take the regular season lightly. Y'all had Kawhi sitting out back-to-backs. Paul George. Obviously, we know he had the shoulder surgery, but when he came back, he was still sitting out games. Y'all took this regular season lightly. Y'all ain't want to practice. This on y'all. So any chemistry woes y'all got, I'm blaming y'all. That team remember they got to game 6 against KD and the Warriors last year? Remember that? So you're telling me you bring Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in and you're only 1 round better? That would be crazy. That one would be, man, that would be all-time level disappointment. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm picking the Clippers tonight to take care of business. I think they come in and blow the Nuggets out. I think they hit Denver in the mouth, and I think they blow this game wide open, and we get ready for our Lakers-Clippers showdown, which, by the way, whether Denver wins, whether the Clippers win, game 1 of the Western Conference Finals will be Friday. All right, so the Heat and Celtics series, I hate that they're doing it this way, but they're trying to get this thing done. That Heat-Celtics series will almost already be at like game 3 by the time the Lakers and Clippers start it off. But, I mean, you know, hey, I'm not going to complain about basketball. They're trying to rush this thing through. Final starts in a couple weeks. Y'all let me know who y'all got tonight, Clippers, Nuggets. I think I got the Clippers in a blowout. That's where I'm rolling. I think they're not going to lose game 7. Not going to lose game 7. They're not going to lose game 7. The optics of this one will be bad for, like I said, it wouldn't hurt Kawhi's legacy. To me, I don't think guys will look at him as the best anymore. The best, I think that'll go back to LeBron. But you talk about Doc Rivers' legacy will be affected. This will be the 3rd time he blew a 3-1 series lead. He did it with T-Mac. He did it with Chris Paul. He better not do it with Kawhi. Montrezl Harrell has lost a ton of money, man. He has lost so much money. He's a free agent to be this summer. I'm thinking about legacies like Lou Williams. I'm thinking about guys like Patrick Beverley. I'm thinking about a lot of guys. Paul George, definitely. I mean, his legacy. Oh my goodness, his legacy would take a hit. Man, this would not be good. Hell, if Paul George can't get past the second round, he could have stayed in Indiana. You know? Y'all let me know who y'all rolling with tonight as the Clippers got the Nuggets. Game 7. Winner gets the Lakers. I'm out.